that vibration is one of the Hermetic principles discussed frequently. There was a book called the Kybalion. It made the principles of Hermetics somewhat easy to understand, and that's where we get these 7 principles. And it's a very good book. It's not a substitute for studying the traditional Hermetica, but it is a wonderful adjunct and introduction to it. The principle discussed in that booklet called vibration is a very important one. They all are, but it's especially important for those who like to practice magic or whatever you call your system for creating desired change in your life. The word magic comes from the Magi, an ancient Zoroastrian sect of priesthood, but it's a universal concept. The Magi are a universal concept encompassing all time, space, culture. From the perspective of magic as the science of the Magi, magic is a holy and divine science. Even though it's not always depicted as such nor practiced as such, it still remains a holy and divine science. And some people use magic for purposes that are not necessarily holy or divine. Just like it's not God's fault that your church sucked, it's not our fault that people misuse magic. One of the ways that we directly or indirectly work magic is to alter our vibrations. It can be stated that you don't get what you want in this life. Wouldn't it be easy? I just want this, so I'll get it. And you hear that a lot. I'm just going to intend it. Set my intention, as if that's all it took. And it doesn't usually work out as well as people want it to when all they do is set their intention. They intend for something to happen. People get very disappointed that they can't seem to manifest things because they were told that all that it took was to set an intention and it would just come, like sort of putting in an Amazon order and then it shows up on your doorstep. You don't get what you want in life. That's not how magic works. You get what you vibrate to. Like attracts like. Like vibrations seek one another. Water seeks its own level and vibrations seek their own level. To manifest what we want in life, we have to vibrate at the level of the thing that we want. We've been gifted with a wonderful instrument that can perceive the vibrations we are emitting at any time. And that's our emotional body, our water body. Our emotional body is capable of communicating to us what our vibrations are. A lot of times people are afraid of their emotions, and so they just suppress them because they don't want to feel what they're feeling. That's a shame, especially those who want to, quote, manifest, because unless you're able to experience your emotions, you are not able to experience what you're vibrating to. If you have turbulent emotions, you're probably experiencing turbulence in your life. But if you're suppressing those turbulent emotions from your awareness, then that emotional feedback system is ineffective because you're not utilizing it. It's like having a phone but never turning it on. Having the phone isn't going to make the phone call for you. You have to turn it on and actually use the phone. Having a radio and not turning it on is not going to help you. But if you turn the radio on and you don't like the music it's playing, you do have the option to change the frequency. You can dial in the radio frequency that you do want. We all have that ability to fine-tune our vibration to that which we desire. And that's why it's so important when we are working any kind of magic that we take time within the spellcasting process to tune our vibration, to tune our emotions to the emotion that vibrates to the desire being manifest. It's living in the end. If you are doing a spell for a bill to get paid, what are you going to feel like when you get that bill paid? You tune the emotions to that and you do your best to experience that mood, that emotion that you would have were that bill to be paid. It's not that lower vibrations are bad and higher vibrations are good. It's that higher vibrations are quicker. They change faster. They also feel better. than the lower, denser vibrations. Now, if you look in the physical universe, we have things that are lower vibration and higher vibration here as well. For instance, a rock, a stone, people think it's just dense matter, but it's vibrating. It's vibrating and it's moving. It's alive. It's got its own life force, but it's vibrating very slowly. So you're not going to see it move across the earth like you could see something with a higher vibration, like an animal or a human moving across the earth. But that doesn't mean that it's not going to move and that it's not going to change. It's just going to be so slow. You would need years of time-lapse photography to be able to see it changing and moving. Our emotional body has the ability to communicate to us the vibratory rate that we are experiencing at any time. And through that emotional body, we are able to change our vibrations into anything we want. And one of the easiest and quickest ways to do that is through the art of relaxation. If you don't like what you're feeling, if you don't like what you're vibrating to, if you don't like the effects of something, the manifestations in your life, one thing that you can do is change the vibrations in the moment. And you do that by relaxing, taking nice deep breaths, letting go of the tension in your body, because tension in your body always is a reflection of an emotional tension, which is always the reflection of a mental tension. Tension simply is you vibrating at a rate not appropriate to what your desires are. You want more money, you don't have that money, it feels bad because you're not vibrating at the rate of the finances that you want. So rather than saying, once I have the money, I'll feel better, we flip that around and say, I will have the money once I tune my vibration to it. And how do I tune my vibration to it? I have to decide what that's going to feel like when I have the money that I want. And it should be a peaceful experience. A lot of times people think excitement is a higher vibration. They think I'll get so excited when I have that money. But if you look through the events of your life, usually excitement is followed by some sort of downfall, some sort of letdown. And that's because there's a forced vibration that happens with excitement. We don't want to confuse excitement for a higher vibration. Usually, the best way to have any kind of staying power with our manifestations is by eschewing this concept of, I'll be so excited when. Instead, say, this is going to feel so good, joyous, and peaceful. It's going to feel joyous and peaceful for me to have this money. Imagine the reason why you want the money. You want to either pay off a bill, pay off some debts, buy something you want, something that's going to make your life better. Those are peaceful, joyous emotions. To get amped up and excited about them is probably not the road you want to go down, because then what you're doing is you are calling into effect the law of polarity, and you're starting to get a pendulum swing going. And as soon as you get too far over on one side of the pendulum, it's going to have to correct itself. The farther in one direction on polarity you allow yourself to be, the greater the swing is the other way. So it's a good idea to let go of the idea of excitement as an antidote to whatever it is that you're experiencing as the goal, and instead go for peace and joy in whatever experience that you are seeking. You can have peace and joy in regards to a relationship, career, wardrobe, whatever you want, a new home. Think about something that's important to you, especially something that's causing you anxiety that you want resolved. Notice where you're feeling that emotion in your body. Feel the anxiety. Don't run away from the anxiety. That feeling of anxiety isn't the problem. It's trying to communicate to you what the problem is. So you don't shoot the messenger and say, oh, I hate that feeling. No, go into that feeling, whatever it is that you're experiencing, and notice it. Where are you feeling it in your body? What is the color that you're seeing that you associate with it? There's no right or wrong, just what comes up. Is there a sound that you can associate with it? Is there a texture that you can associate with it? A taste? A scent? You may not get all of these extrasensory perceptions going at once, but try asking yourself, what does it look like? What does it feel like? What does it sound like? What does it smell like? What does it taste like? Where is it? Putting yourself in the driver's seat of that vibration by not running away from it. You're turning and facing it and looking at it, because then you start to realize, well, I can tune this into whatever I want. After you've identified it, then relax into it. Relax. Stop resisting it. Resistance is not the key to changing your vibration. Just relax. It's the same vibration that you've been feeling that you've been running away from. The more you relax, you're already starting to change the vibration. And as you relax more and more deeply, and you can facilitate this with some breathing, notice how it's changing. Is the location in your body where you're experiencing this emotion shift anywhere? Is it moving up a little bit? Is it moving down? Is the color staying the same? Or is the sound staying the same if it's a sound that you're experiencing? Or whatever the sense that you might be associating with this, is it changing at all? The more you can relax and let go of your resistance to this, you're going to notice that it knows how to change into what you want. You know what you want. The universe knows what you want. The only thing standing in the way of getting what you want is the vibration. Rather than thinking, oh, it's my responsibility to know the exact frequency of this vibration, instead of that, just know that it's built into the nature of things. The vibration will change spontaneously when you stop resisting it and you are clear on what your desire is. The more you can just relax into feeling the reality of your desire rather than the resistance of whatever this is that you've been trying to not experience, you're going to notice that it naturally and spontaneously shifts into the vibration of you having, being, or doing whatever it is that you want. And that's why with most magic that I teach, I say keep repeating the spell until you feel better, until you get that click. You're going to get a sense of peace and certainty that what you want is on its way. The reason why we do that is because it works. It's the law of vibration. If you're not feeling that peace, if you're not feeling that certainty, that's okay. It just means that there's more work to do. And you just keep working on it until you feel good about whatever this is. Once you feel good about it, it's best to just drop the whole matter completely from your mind. Rarely do you get a manifestation while you're looking for it, while you're searching for it. I've done this so many times where I know better. I'm expecting like a payment or something like that. And I do all the work and I know the payment's on its way. I feel good about it. And then I go scrolling through my phone. Is it here yet? Is it here yet? Did it come yet? Maybe I'll check on my bank. I know that that's not the way to be. And so I have to discipline myself. Wait a minute, let's get back to the vibration that we want. Let's relax all of that again and just get my mind off of it. Go do something. Get immersed in something. Go write something, play some music, get involved with a project, whatever it is. Immerse yourself in something else completely and drop the matter from your mind. Then it's always a surprise. Sometimes if I've been working on something and I say, well, I feel like my vibration is good. What's holding it up? It's usually that. You want to just expect that it's coming. Just like if you turn the heat on the pot of water and you put the lid on, you know it's going to boil. So you have expectancy, but that watched pot doesn't usually boil. Or the tea kettle will start whistling when it's ready. So get it out of your mind. If you've got a cake in the oven, set the timer so that you're not tempted to keep opening the door because that's going to ruin it. And the same thing goes with our spells. When we've done the spell, we've tuned that vibration properly, we've got to keep that vibration high. And one of the best ways to do that is to just get it out of the mind completely. Once it's done, it's done. You don't want to abandon it completely until you have that sense that the vibration is right, that peace, that certainty, that feeling of comfort, that knowing that you're going to be, do, or have whatever it is that you're looking for in its highest expression. When you play a note on a piano, like a single note, if I play a single note, we think we're hearing one note, but we're not. We're hearing a bunch of notes. We're hearing all of these different tones. It's called an overtone series. When you hear a musical tone, you're not hearing one note, you're hearing a series of tones. And it's just built into the vibration of the thing. You can't help it. Now, what's called timbre in music is the quality of whatever the instrument is that's playing it. So the piano playing this note is going to sound different than a guitar playing that note, than a harp playing that note. What's giving the timbre its quality is how those overtones are finessed. So you're going to have different overtones highlighted, and that gives it its quality. But those overtones are still always in there. And you as a being, as a vibration, you are a vibration. And you have all of those overtones as well. So do your desires. Your desires have all of those overtones. So that's why when you can relax your body and relax your mind, you are tuning into what it is that you want and allowing those overtones to ring. There's nothing I can do when I play this to change the overtone series. The only thing I could possibly do would be to interfere with the overtone series by maybe trying to dampen the string or whatever. But the overtone series is inherent in the tone. And the same is true for your desires. The vibrations that go along with what you want are already baked into the thing itself. It's not up to you to worry so much about how and where and when and all of those things. All you are responsible for is the vibration itself, is playing the bass tone. And the way you do that is by being very aware of your emotional body, what you're experiencing, and allowing yourself, when you're feeling a vibration that you do not want, which is like this, is to relax. Relax your body, relax your mind, and tune into whatever it is that you desire. Let's say you're working a spell on, healing. Let's say you have a condition that you want to heal and you're worried about it. And the worry is this. And that's not what you want. You want to relax into the healing that is already available to you, which is this. And allow all of those overtones to come in as they naturally will. And that only happens by you relaxing and letting that desire be what it is. Let it ring. Let it sing. You don't have to mess with it. You don't have to manipulate the vibration. It's already there. When you are experiencing anything in your life that you want to change, you are experiencing something that needs to change in vibration. Now, if you are wanting something that seems just like a small shift from one thing to another, then you don't have to change your vibration too much. But if you're in dire straits, you need to really change your vibration. So the more serious something seems, the more committed to changing your vibration you need to be. It means that if it's something that you're perceiving as being very serious, very dire, then you don't have the luxury to wallow in anything other than perfect relaxation and perfect peace. You have to work diligently to make sure that your vibration is where it needs to be through your own ability to relax, your own ability to release your resistance to the vibration, your ability to see what the end result is that you want, and to learn to feel the emotion of that accomplishment in the present moment and do it as best as you can. You don't have to be perfect at any of this. What changes vibrations in your mind? What you're thinking about. If you're ruminating over the problem again and again, your vibrations are going to churn. And you're going to get an emotional response telling you, churning. Whereas if you know that you want this healing to happen, then you know that your mind needs to be focused on the highest thought that you're capable of experiencing. In order for that vibration to reflect that thought, the emotions then will be peaceful and you'll get again. It's a matter of being aware of the emotional body, not running away from it, and using it for your benefit. The way you do that is through first identifying and feeling whatever it is that you're experiencing in the realm of vibrations through that emotional body, and then relaxing and looking at your mental body, looking at your thoughts, and allowing your thoughts to be elevated as high as you possibly can, and not ruminate, not gossip, not all of those other things. If you've got a big deal going on in your life, this is not the time to play around with lower vibrational activities, lower vibrational thoughts. This is the time to really focus your mind on the highest possible outcome, not only in this situation, but in everything that you're experiencing, because you don't want to wallow in those lower vibrational thoughts. Otherwise, you're giving yourself no leverage to rise out of whatever the circumstances are. Whereas if you are committed within whatever the situation happens to be, if you're committed to vibrating at the highest possible frequency that you're capable of, and when you notice that you're not coming right straight back to it, then your vibrations have no choice but to change, and ultimately your situation has to change. It's not about you trying to alter the harmonic sequence. How is this going to happen? Manipulating the outcomes, looking for all of the ins and outs. For instance, if you have a diagnosis, you start going to the internet and doing your own search on what this means and all of that. What that tends to do is muddy the waters. It tends to lower your vibration. Instead of that, know that the harmonic sequence is already in the desire of being healthy. So you don't have to worry about all of the ins and outs of your disease. What you have to do is focus on your vibration, show up for your doctor's appointments, and do what you're led to do. The infinite will always put you right in the right place on your path if you are supposed to do something. If there needs to be action on your part, it'll be very evident. But it's not because you've gone out and tried to figure it out, trying to manage the Overtone series in your own vibration. Instead of that, you're going to let the vibration be what it is. And your job only is to vibrate there. And you do that by thinking the highest possible thoughts at any moment of time and point of space. And when you notice that you're not on the highest possible thought, the antidote to that is not giving yourself any kind of scolding, because that's another lower vibrational activity. It's just to notice it and just say, oh, and just move back into the higher vibrational thought, which always has to do with relaxing, always has to do with being at peace, always has to do with a loving response to yourself, to other people, to the environment, no matter what it is. Somebody asked me about how it's our responsibility to reject what we don't want. And said, I thought we were supposed to just have acceptance and we weren't supposed to be resisting anything. And my response to that was that rejection is not resistance. If you're eating a piece of food and it obviously tastes bad, you don't want to just say, well, I'll just accept it. I shouldn't resist this. I'll go ahead and swallow this. And then you get sick. No, if something feels wrong and you're supposed to reject it, you reject it. That's part of this whole experience here, is learning how to reject the lower vibrational thoughts and lower vibrational activities with no judgment, but just say no. And instead, say yes to all of the activities and thoughts that contribute to the higher vibration, which then contributes to the manifestation of your desire. You don't get what you want, you get what you vibrate to. You do not get what you want, you get what you vibrate to. I want it to sound pretty. It's never going to, just by intending that, unless you learn to relax and focus on your vibrations. Just intending, well, maybe if I intend strongly, this will eventually sound good. No, it won't. That will never sound good. It's not up to you to worry about the harmonic overtones sequence. It's up to you to concern yourself only with the vibration of that which you want, and let all of the ins and outs of the manifestation take care of themselves. It's already dialed into the vibration. All you have to do is vibrate at the rate of whatever it is that you desire, and let everything else be taken care of for you. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. Until next time, blessed be.